Hello and welcome to Lavonne's Kitchen. Today we are in the kitchen cooking some country style ribs. So let me show you these. These are some really big, thick, meaty ribs. That's why they're called country style. Look at that. You know how, and let's see, there's no bones in here. This is all meat. So you know how normally when you do ribs, you got bone and you got just a very, very, very little bit of meat on the ribs. Well, these country style ribs is all meat. So we're gonna have some meaty ribs today. And our ingredients, I'm gonna season my ribs. I'm gonna use some black pepper, some garlic powder, some Lawry seasoning salt, and you know I put this on everything, so I've got to use my Creole seasoning. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, lay these down a little bit more on the meaty side and then season them. Yeah, I'll do that. This is gonna be really good. I'm gonna eat me some coleslaw and some potato salad with it. It's gonna be just like a regular old barbecue. Now these are gonna be barbecued ribs, but these are going to be cooked in the oven. I'm gonna show you how I do this in the oven. Now, remember, this is spicy, so be, careful on how much you put on yours. I like it a lot on mine. And you don't need a lot of salt, which is why I'm using seasoning salt versus just regular salt. And I'm just gonna put a very little bit of that on there. And I'm only gonna season one side. I'm gonna put my garlic powder. I want my meat seasoned very well. Now, some people would marinate their meat and stuff. I don't see a need to marinate this. I am going to cook it in a 350-degree oven. I'm sorry, 375-degree oven for at least an hour. I want to make, it's pork, so I want to make sure that's good and done and that it's good and tender. Okay, so as you can see, my meat is seasoned. There's nothing else for me to do other than to cover it in foil. Let me grab some foil right quick and put it in the oven. Okay, my oven is already preheated, so it's warm enough for me to go ahead and put this in there. And then I'm just gonna let this cook for an hour. Okay. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna make my sauce. Everything in Lavonne's Kitchen has to be quick, tasty, and presentation is a must. So the quick part is gonna be my sauce. You saw how quick it was to do the ribs, but my quick sauce is gonna be my sauce. And basically, I'm going to start off with a bottle of open pit barbecue sauce. Okay, so these are small bottles. These are, let me get my eyeballs. These are 18 ounces. So I'm gonna use 2 of them. Remember, that was a lot of meat. So what I'm gonna do is this is what I call doctor up my sauce. So let me get a pot. I'm gonna get me a sauce pot first of all. I'm gonna let that warm up a little bit. I mean, it comes in bigger bottles, but this is what they had at the store, so I'm just gonna use 2 bottles. Because they do come in 32-ounce bottles. Or bigger. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna doctor up my sauce. We already have some good sauce, because Open Pit is a really good barbecue sauce, but I'm going to make it a little bit better. It comes in different flavors, but I'm going to use just the original, And a friend of mine, hi Mary, has a lemon tree. You guys remember I moved down to Florida, so she has a lemon tree in her backyard, and Mary gave me some fresh lemons off of her tree. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some lemons in my barbecue sauce. Let me rinse these off. So I'm just gonna slice these up. Let me roll it out a little. When you roll your lemons a little, that helps the juices to flow a little bit more, release. So, whole purpose of putting the lemons in there so that it'll have that juice and that flavor from the lemon. That acid from the lemon is going to make that sauce so good. So we're gonna put a few in there. This one. Then we're gonna cut this one. I'm gonna use some of these lemons to make me some iced tea to go with my dinner too. Fresh fruit is really good. And you can just go in the backyard and pull it right off of the tree. Lord have mercy. Okay, so I'm gonna put those in there like that. Let's get this out of the way. I'm just gonna stir it up. It's just some barbecue sauce with some lemons in it, and it gives it a lot of flavor. So I'm just gonna let that heat. That's all it has to do is heat up. And it's gonna change the flavor a little bit. It's going to be delicious. So that just needs to heat up till it's hot. And then our ribs are in the oven. They're gonna be in there for an hour. So I'll be back in an hour. See you then. Hi, so I'm back and my ribs should be ready, and actually it took a little bit more than an hour. I wound up doing an hour and 15 minutes because those were some really thick, meaty ribs. And I've got my sauce, which is smelling up the whole place. It smells so good. It smells really spicy, even though I didn't put anything in it. All I put was lemons in it. But let me get my ribs out of the oven. They smell good too. This is gonna be some good eating today. And let's take a look. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. So there's a lot of juice in here. I'm gonna pour all this juice off of here. I just got me a little pan over here. The juice is hot, so you don't want to pour it into like a plastic bowl or anything. So, pour my juice off. Ooh, look at that. It's thick. You can see the spices and everything on there. So what I'm gonna do is put some sauce on these and then put them in the broiler and let that sauce kind of bake on there, should I say, for lack of a better word. So let me get my little handy dandy sauce brush. And I said little, I meant little. But what I'm gonna do is, let's see, take this, and actually just pour some of it on here, and then I'll brush it, because just take that and brush it on real good all over. I'm going to broil this, but after I broil it, I'm going to come back and put some more sauce on it. Like I said, I like a lot of sauce on my ribs, so. The meat already had a lot of flavor because of the way I seasoned it, but after putting this sauce on it, you're talking about something good. I'm trying to get this all in between and all over. I'm gonna leave these lemons right on top of there. Yep, look at that. Get sauce all in there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, change the temperature on my oven to broil. And I'm just gonna put it uncovered and watch the magic that happens. Okay, you see what it looks like now, but watch the magic that happens after I put it on broil. That's gonna take all of 5 minutes, and watch what happens when I come back. Okay, so my ribs have been in the broiler part of the oven for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take those out now. And like I said, the broiler works magic. Watch this. I want you to see this. Look at those ribs. Can you see that? So, what it did was, close that. What it did was, it put that little char on it, so it kind of looks like it was cooked on the grill. I mean, we know that it wasn't, but it does look like it. And it does change the flavor just a little. So, I say that to say this. You don't have to put your ribs on the grill to have them taste a little bit like they've been on the grill. These are going to be so delicious. When you put them in the oven, one of the differences than putting it out on the grill is it's so tender. Normally when I do ribs that are on the bone, like St. Louis style ribs or baby back ribs, if I put them in the oven, they fall off the bone sometimes because they are just so freaking tender. But what I'm gonna do with this, I told you I was gonna put more sauce on there because I like sauce. So I'm gonna put more sauce just right on top of here. Look at this. Okay, there, look at this. I want you to see this. Just add a little more sauce and just brush it on there. Those little char parts, when you put sauce on those, you're talking about something good. Yes. Look at that. I'm ready to eat. I don't know about y'all, but look at it. It's so good. It doesn't have to go back in the oven at all for the sauce this time. I just wanted to add a little extra sauce. So, like I said, I'm ready to eat. So, I am going to plate this up and put me one. You know what? I just want to taste me one. I'm just gonna put this on this plate right here. So I've got my rib. I'm about to taste it. Oh my goodness, look how tender it is. You just kind of pull it. You don't even have to cut it. You just pull. I want a little of that char broiled piece and put me a little extra sauce on it. That's what I'm talking about. This is how I cook my country style barbecue ribs. No need to go out on the grill. You can, but you don't have to. They're good. They're easy. They're delicious. They were quick. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. So, I'm gonna get me some coleslaw, some potato salad, make me a real plate, and I'm gonna eat dinner. And guess what? I'll see you guys next time in the kitchen. Bye.